Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
Yo. What up, though?
I'm chilling.
Another day in this beautiful thing we call the world.
Another day.
How about yourself, partner?
I mean, it's chilling. I went back to work today, so that's the thing.
How did that feel? I'm trying to get that like 4 months off too. How I get down?
I wasn't off for 4 months. I was off for like 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks.
In my world, that feels like 4 months, my guy. So any way you want to do that, like, yeah, definitely, I would take that all day, cause yeah, my job get on my goddamn nerves. So I would take that. But how did it feel going back though?
I mean, it was good getting out the house. Like that being in the house, I think that like exacerbated some things. Like I had a toothache the whole time I was off. My tooth ain't bothered me at all today. I had no pain meds.
You said it didn't bother you?
Hasn't bothered me at all.
Good. Well, let's not talk about it.
Yeah, I think it was just more stress than anything. Like it was stress. That's why. Yeah, that's what it was. That's why we are only at 5 and not at 6 because of that episode was skipped because my tooth was hurting.
Yeah, your tooth was hurting. And shout out to everybody that's going like having issues with this, the flu, everything. Like it feel like everybody getting hit with everything. I know my girl in the building. Shout out to Cakes, man. She YOLO, she was sick as hell. Her daughter, her daughter, little Xbox, she was sick as hell. Like I know a few of my people was down. Like it caught me right in the beginning of the Christmas holiday. Yo, this shit putting you down. I don't know what it is, but it's putting you down. So please, if you take your elderberry, take your ginger, your turmeric, all that, please stack up on it, like, because this shit ain't for the weak.
I hear you. Yeah, that's really it. There's nothing else. I didn't really do shit since last week, so we'll see how this week looks.
Yo, did you hear this shit about the fact? No, I was not really, man. I was looking at some shit. It's supposed to snow like next week sometime, but the snow is supposed to hit Florida, and they said if it gets an inch a temperature colder, like one colder, it may snow in Miami. And they said it'll be the first time in like some, astronomical ass number. But like, I don't know about Mother Nature, son. It's getting a little.
I mean, you can't tell me that burning a whole city burning, like the whole city, doesn't change the atmosphere. Like that's atmospheric pressure is changing, the temperature is changing, all that shit. So yeah, it makes sense that there's gonna be weather changes and shit.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean? Sending my prayers out to LA and shit.
Yes, sir. Prayers to all those families. The ones that actually, some that actually passed. The grandmother, she was on the movie, the Blues Brothers movie. Older black lady, she passed. She passed in one of the houses. Like, that shit is a lot. But I'm starting to think, bro, what do you think? Like, do you feel that this shit is just it's just a brush fire? Or do you feel like this shit is being started? Do you feel like
no? You can't tell me that people weren't starting fires. Do I think it was like some conspiracy or something? No, but I do think that people starting fires. Like on some like, yo, if my house go, my insurance, blah blah blah, or just motherfuckers just crazy and arson. Like that's it. Like, but I do think that the original fire started, and then like there's been smaller fires started like by people through the city, like throughout the area, and it's just been catching.
I think it's just becoming it's just becoming real weird. That like we're like I'm guessing because of the where it's at and the certain places that it's hitting, it's a little bit odd. It's a little bit odd.
Yeah,
I don't believe at all that brush fires is because when those brush fires that started maybe about I think it was like 2 years ago and it happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then we sort of, it was like, remember, we had the sky was orange and purple and dumb shit and all that.
That was from Canada. Like that was like right above us, so it made sense.
But that's what I'm saying. That made more sense of then these are being started in remote spots that aren't even close to where the first one started at. You see what I'm saying? That's what's making
it through that though. Like it burnt through. So even though they're starting them in, like they used to do controlled burns, so they would start a fire to try to push the other fire back, right? And because of where they are, like that was like, cause this don't like this might be the biggest like fire in LA in a long time, but don't make it seem like this shit don't happen in LA often.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it definitely happens. Like, definitely brush fires definitely do happen.
Yeah, like so because of that, it's like I mean, like so they had ways in which they could defend it. The problem with this one is that it just got so big and so out of control so quickly that they didn't have like from what I'm hearing, like they've been in the drought just as long as Philly was. Like imagine Philly didn't hardly got rain between June and August.
That's wild. And then they think that
like so they're in that type of a drought. And people making up stories and shit about not having access, them not like as far as like them not having access to the water because it's owned by the Wonderful Company and all that. And it's like, yo, like I don't know if y'all know, but the planes that they use fly out to the ocean and scoop up the water and then bring it back. Like I don't know if y'all have ever seen that, but that's what they do. That's how they refill. And then so they're dropping ocean water on it, and so the runoff from that is why they're telling people to stay away from the oceans. So, I mean, I get it.
It's only some time before some brush fires is gonna be the fuck up here. They ain't gonna be questioned.
Listen, no. The funny thing is, I always go back to the Bible verse when they say that God said that
never destroy it.
He wouldn't use fire again. He wouldn't use fire again. And I'm like, see.
But he wasn't opposed to water.
Yeah, he wasn't opposed to water.
Yeah, so fuck all y'all fire signs. Yeah. I just thought I'd put that out there,
you're
someone did. Huh?
You're a fire sign?
Not at all. Not at all, sir.
Scorpio.
Water.
Scorpio's a water sign?
Really? Yes. Don't you see I always want to be You ain't never noticed I always say I just want to go sit by the water and just listen to the.
Yeah.
You ain't never hear me go, yo, I just want to sit by the fire and let it crackle. No,
that's not true.
That's them crazy motherfuckers. I'm just saying, like, I know I'm about to get some flack in the goddamn comments. I don't give a fuck. Look, man, look. I'm just saying, they're a little bit off. They're a little bit off. Fucking arsonists. Too soon? Okay.
Then we can take this topic and make it funny. So it's such a fucking shame.
Oh man.
But I'll see. All right. So moving on. I'm done with that. Again, my prayers to LA and everybody out there, everybody that's been affected. Everybody's family that's been affected in any way.
Oh, yeah. And to add on to it real fast, government, do not do that. Do not be fucking patronizing with that bullshit ass shit. Biden talking about, oh, we're going to give everybody $770. What in the fuck is that going to do for somebody that's lost everything? Y'all need to max out whatever the fuck y'all can max out, nigga. Stop the bullshit. I know. Go ahead, sir.
Biden got like 5 more days in office, bro.
I know, sir, but I understand he's well, watch this on my way out, bitch. Fuck you.
No, okay? His big shit on his way out was I'm pardoning my son of current and future crimes.
Oh, but
that was his big shit on his way out.
He was like, no, that was the flex. fuck her. Yo, that was the flex. It was like, I ain't did shit all these years, but watch me work. Like, it was like he did the usher on these niggas. He said, "Watch this." That niggas was like, "I'm in jail for half of a dime, nigga," and this nigga got gun charges and bullshit, and you pardon him, but I'm sitting here for a lesser misdemeanor. Nah, nigga. Yeah, that was the flex. Biden was like, "Oh, you thought it was a game? Get my son out, nigga." Now he was like, "Oh," Diddy was like, "What about me?" He was like, "Nah, nigga, you gotta chill. You gotta chill.
No,
That
you
Trump
gotta chill. You gotta chill.
That's
And
Trump problem."
he can't pardon him because he hasn't been to trial yet.
And they said that they looked at the videos, sir. They said they looked at the videos and said that everything on it was consensual. Consensual sex between the partners that were in there. Oh, man. This is going to get good.
I'm not going to videotape the ones that aren't. That doesn't make sense. I'm not going to videotape the bitches I drugged.
But we don't know if he did or not. Because you got to remember, if he was hiding anything, they went in and took everything. How do we know if he didn't have some of those? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like it sounds good. Like on the smart side of things, it sounds good. But at the end of the day, if this motherfucker, if they went in there and they took everything that they had, at that point, it's like, what do we really have? Because what they said they looked at, and the prosecutors looked at, everything looks consensual. I don't know. I think.
I guess that's true.
I feel like, and I'm not trying to be smart, I'm not condoning the shits, but I'm trying to tell you, I think he might make it out of there. I think by the middle of the summer.
If he beat this Fed case, bro, they gonna blame Trump. All the liberals gonna blame Trump.
Nigga, it's your fault. We had him. Nigga. Yo, see, this is why, y'all see this behind me? This needs to be on. Because, all the shit right now, all the shit, the sexy red, the this, the that, all that shit, these niggas would have had, I wrote to Carl Jones. I'm friends with him on Instagram. We've talked numerous times. I talk to him about the show all the time. I'm like, yo, your content level right now would be through the roof, my guy. Through the roof. So I can only imagine, son. If Diddy got off, you thought that R. Kelly show was hilarious. Boy, I can only imagine.
That's a wild even thought. But no, like Meek said, if he gets out, she's saying somebody gonna Luigi him. No, if he get out, I don't think nobody gonna Luigi him. I think that what's gonna happen is that it's gonna point. I think he'll start snitching. I think anybody that did do anything that he knows of, in order to get out, I think he's gonna have to give them up either way. Because they still got him on conspiracy and racketeering. So just because
but they gotta, but they ain't gonna have to tell them. Them motherfuckers is gonna end up having to go to trial with him. You think they're not gonna pull? You really?
No. For the racketeering charge, they got to bring everybody.
That's what I'm saying, because it's a RICO. It's a RICO. You have to pull everybody that's in that list up there. So,
everybody. But the problem is they haven't brought anybody else but him.
Because they don't have shit on nobody, so they can't. Even though they're on the list, that doesn't mean they have to have. They have to have something to go. Okay, we need to see you because you have a part in this.
Yeah.
Because if that's the case, all his sons is going to be up there too. Quincy, the other one, all of them are going to be up there because supposedly they had shit to do with it too. So all them niggas are getting put up there. So it's about to get sticky. It's about to get real sticky. Like
whatever they didn't take from the house probably burnt down.
Ooh. Did his house burn? Do they know if his house burned?
But I know that's where he is in Hollywood Hills. I'm gonna look that up one day. Not right now.
I know that motherfucker was in jail, so like, burn it down, down, bitch! Burn it down! Burn it down! Burn it down! Burn it to hell! I know that nigga was. Oh man, I know he was in that joint like Attica. Hoping to God. Yeah, we definitely need to do some research on that one. Did Diddy's house burn down and all this?
Yeah, somebody said that it was on the pedophile trail. That they was burning all the pedophile houses down.
Yo, I think it was Eddie Griffin, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
That's that. See, everything got a reason, yo. Y'all gotta pay attention. Y'all gotta pay attention. But like, if that was the case, bro, whoever was setting the fires and you happen to be killing people in the process, that's not a good look. It's not a good look.
Yeah, Diddy's house didn't burn down. Somebody went to it today to make sure. But it's definitely in the fire zone.
Feds standing in front of it like, you'll have to go through us, fire. They paying niggas.
They standing there with fucking fire extinguishers right at the lot. Like, yo.
They paying niggas $4.50 an hour. Like, nah, nigga, burn, yo. Every 5 minutes, just grab another extinguisher. We need this shit back here. Y'all get a bonus if the bitch stay afloat. Y'all get a bonus. Niggas is out there blowing that fire.
That's dropping big bucks on that one.
Oh man,
Could you imagine being in jail and your house burned down? Like that would be, that'd be a lot.
Yeah, because not only are you coming out to nothing, but don't think this nigga ain't got. He got other.
Oh no, he got a house in Miami. That's where he was before he went to New York to turn himself in. So yeah.
He also got one, if I'm not mistaken, in Hamptons.
Yeah.
So
he's gonna be fine. He got a crib. He got somewhere to go. That ain't an issue. Yeah, I mean, like, because it's not always where you from, it's where you at. And right now, this nigga is in, where's that? Brooklyn.
Yep.
But
Yep.
But no, we were supposed to be talking about that Jimmy and Cam shit. Yo.
Yeah, we was.
So listen, you and I have been friends for a long time. I just want to set this up real quick. You and I have been friends for a long time, right? We got years in, right? I don't think I could beef with you publicly. I don't even know what the beef is about.
No, never. I believe.
So that part lets me think that Cam's side is truer than Jim's.
I've always thought Jim has always been, because you're going in the same route that I'm going to go, so it's going to get very. I always felt. All right, let's start from here. Let's go back.
Start.
Dipset used to get beat up everywhere they went. There was not a place that Dipset didn't show up that they didn't get their ass whooped. And let's keep it a fucking beam. Everywhere. The Puerto Rican Day Parade, every Philadelphia performance they had. And if you want to talk about your soldiers in Dipset, we're going to give it all to Freaky Zeke. Because he took the bulk of the ass whoopings that y'all niggas had. Because there was one joint where Cam stood on the stage and watched all of it.
No, Cam and Jules.
Cam and Jules was like,
yeah, they was
I'm not going to go down there. I'm not going to go down there in that pit.
And my thing was the original fight. You talking about Powerhouse? The original fight had nothing to do with what was happening on stage. The original fight started in the audience. And that was that. Like, it was, yeah, you were there because that was the year we went with Brandon. Yeah, I'm sitting here like, wait, yeah, you was there. We sat like we were on the floor. So like we were right there. So we saw what happened. The fight had nothing to do with what was on stage. But Jimmy decided that he wanted to be a thug and jumped down off the stage and shit. Security tried to tell him, no, don't do that. And
let me tell you, no two rappers never jump off of a higher plane to fight on a lower plane. It never goes well.
And this ain't just for rappers, this for performers in general.
I I remember I was in Asbury. Rest in peace, Prodigy. I went to go see Mobb Deep. They was in the middle. He rapping and shit. Da 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 da. He jumped out. But you know how sometimes they just jump in the crowd and they just be rocking with the crowd. Method Man do it all the time, whatever, whatever. But when you have a song like Shook Ones and you go in the crowd and you point at a dude and go, "Cause you a shook one." Well, guy in Jersey didn't take it too well. Punched fucking Prodigy in the face. Havoc jumps down there. Havoc's with the shits. And now y'all seen Havoc. Havoc's all of 5'9", 5'10", maybe 160 pounds. He jumps down there, starts getting busy. He was getting busy. But Prodigy was getting his ass whooped. I'm just telling y'all what it is. I was watching this shit happen. Like, damn, that's fucked up. But every time somebody jumped down there, it's ass whoop. Freaky Zeke jumped down there, ass whoop. Jim jumped down there, ass whoop. It wasn't nothing that was cool about it. Every time, and this is another thing about Jim. Jim tells a lot of stories about how he was this and he was that. The only thing I can definitely say about Jim Jones is that nigga got hops, nigga. That nigga can jump. I don't know if none of you motherfuckers seen him jump, bitch. The Rucker. If you've never been to Rucker Park, I don't give a fuck what you tell me. That fence is not nothing regular. You have to really be on some. This nigga leaped clean over the side fence to get away from the niggas that was whooping his ass. While Cam had already ran by this point. I feel like.
Well, now hearing Cam's side of the story, I feel like I'm not mad at Cam no more. Because that BMF shit happened early on. Like, so Cam said that, you know what I mean, he ran when BMF rolled up on him. So if that happened first, then yeah, it's up. Every time we end some shit and it ain't directly involving me, nigga, I'm out. Stage left. Fuck you mean?
Especially you dealing with niggas like BMF that come to your shit and do it in front of people. Like, bitch, we will kill you in front of all these people and don't care. Like, and don't care. Like, so, in his defense, yeah, I'd be getting the fuck up out of Dodge too.
But I hear you. But if considering the time period, and I'm a rock with when it was, which would have been like the early 2000s, and considering like the fact that if you think about back then, the only dumb shit that happened in Atlanta was Ray Lewis. Like, as far as like something that went national, like something that involved somebody out of town, like a famous nigga out of town. The only thing that happened in Atlanta was that. Like, that was it.
Yeah.
So they might have rolled up on them, but I don't think that anybody in their minds thought that it was going to go fully left.
Yeah, but when you think, but Jim, but they were always known for some shit popping off. You ain't never been to no Dipset shit, honestly. That wasn't it wasn't the type of shit that jumped off.
When Omar opened up for Cam, nigga, was I not gonna be at that show? Hell yeah, absolutely I'm gonna be at that show. Absolutely. Cause these niggas wild, and some shit pop off, ain't no way I'm not gonna be here with my little brother.
Yeah, because you know what it was hitting for.
And my mom going, yeah, it's up. My mom went to that show. Yeah, it was up. I'm like, yo, like, because if some shit pop off, she gonna jump, meaning I gotta jump. Yeah, it's up. Like, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be here. Just in case.
Because I'm telling you, I ain't never seen no shit like at that Puerto Rican Day Parade when Homeboy smacked Jules. I was like, I'm looking like, so y'all niggas not gonna, oh, yeah, y'all better not. It might be in y'all best interest to sit right where y'all at. Because he was the only reason they smacked him. He was on the float wearing yellow and black. Now, if you from New York and you know Latin Kings, the Antis, you don't wear that shit. You know, the same thing, red, blue, whatever, you don't wear the shit. It's just what it is. He had the shit on. He up there, Dipset, and the bull walked up and was like, yo, take that fucking scarf off your head. You know, Jewels, man, fuck you, nigga. Yeah? He smacked all of the old boy out of fucking Jewels, bro. Like, nigga, like, and he took that shit right the fuck. Yeah, you better. You know where you at, you're better. So again, where was Jim Jones in this whole situation, and where was like it's like I don't see where Jim Jones, a lot of the shit, again, he was telling a lot of the fights was coming on the fact that Jim always yelling Harlem, 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 Harlem. Jim Jones is not from Harlem. It is known that Jim Jones is not from Harlem. He has a grandmother that lived in Harlem. Just because you have a family member that lives there, repping somewhere that you're not from,
Listen,
the people that live there know. They know if you were around that time when shit was going on.
like I don't claim any parts of Philly that my family was in, except for the part that I was in. Like that's it.
Like what we look like being in the club in Evolution, like, yeah, nigga, West Philly. Well, I'm not.
You know.
And I be the one nigga from Jersey by myself. Jersey. Fuck you, man. Like, I'm the one nigga. Like, I don't care. I know where I'm from, nigga. I'm not gonna sit here and no, that shit is dumb. Like, where do you like you're constant like that's why I hate. And I'm not gonna say all, but you know I'm telling the truth. And anybody that's in this chat knows that I'm telling the truth. A lot of South Jersey people will claim Philly in a heartbeat.
That's all you wanted. You wanted to go off on them. Go ahead.
I just don't understand it. I don't understand it, sir.
And half of them named Anthony. I get it. Go ahead.
Now, see. No, let me point at you with some shit that makes sense. See. Why you gotta start shit? I did not say, but I'm gonna say I don't like no niggas named Anthony. Like if your name is Anthony, I don't really. As soon as you say I'm like, nigga, change your name or something. Make it something else. Because Anthony don't work with me too well. I don't like niggas named Anthony. Especially if you're from South Jersey. I really don't like it. But we have reasons for that. But that's a whole nother story and a whole nother. But which we need to have them on the show, like in different boxes, so we can just talk about just that and have a whole show about that one. But I'm just saying, stop repping places that you're not from, because then this shit happens. This is the shit that, like Cam is literally telling you this man is not from where he's saying he is. And
my only issue, before y'all was beefing, you knew this. You knew this before y'all was beefing. Like, so my thing is, I hear you, but
do you think this is a clout chase? And that's how I wanted to ask you.
For all of them, for both of them.
But Cam don't have to do it. Cam got a show that's doing what it's doing. But he doesn't have weight. He doesn't have a reason. Huh? Go ahead. Why?
What you mean? Everything's a rollout.
I mean, you're saying that just because the good publicity is not a bad publicity it can be good.
What bad publicity? Who was getting bad publicity?
I mean,
Jim just dropped the freestyle, bro.
Called Harlem.
Yeah,
called Harlem.
So I ain't listened to it yet, but I'm just saying, Jimmy just dropped the freestyle. So the idea that, like there wasn't like he could have said this to him a million times between then and now, like. He chose to say it publicly because he felt disrespected. And to this day, I still don't know what Jim said.
Jim said, because he was on this thing called, there was a podcast called Respectfully. Mm. And he said, the guy was asking stories about, what happened with Dipset and blah, 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 blah. And Jim was basically saying, these guys, he was asking them, like, things are always said about you, this, that, and third. He's like, this because these niggas, and this is why you cannot say this about New York niggas. Never say they're on my dick, suck my dick. None of that
inviting a nigga to your dick is asking for
something from a New York nigga. Easy peasy, nigga. If that's what you want. If you want to get in a fight with a New York person, walk up and say, suck my dick, you're on my dick, something about my dick, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. There's no, it's like I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I've never seen a New York person that if you say you could be saying that shit in a funny way, like nigga
Yeah,
suck
they
my
take that
dick,
shit serious.
and they take
That
that
shit
shit
blow the.
serious.
It'll blow the whole mood of the spot. Whatever y'all was
It
doing, it'll blow the whole
turns,
mood.
it turns like it's almost like they turn into something like. You just tell me suck your dick, nigga. Fuck you, girl. It's a whole movement. Like, bruh. Like,
So
Jim went in there and basically said, all these niggas is on my dick. 50 on my dick, Cameron on my dick, Mace on my dick, blah, 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 blah. You knew Cameron heard that shit and said, oh, really? I have a whole platform. Don't think I'm not going to say something. To the point that this nigga set up the event for the podcast like response podcast. What the fuck did you think was going to happen? If you said, you could have been on the smallest show. And I'm not saying we small, I get that. But if he'd have came on this show and said, them niggas is on my dick, we'd have made viral news, nigga. Because they not trying to accept that shit. That's like in Philly, you call somebody a pussy. They're not trying. And I've seen people call every pussy in the world at one point. Rest in peace to God. She gave it up.
And I'm not for anybody putting their hands, any man putting their hands on a woman. But that day, I was going to slow walk up the street before I broke it up. Like it was no way he wasn't going to be able to get a couple out before I got there.
I still to this day, I've never seen anyone being called more pussies in my life. Yeah, and I was there for that live, and I've never and you ever seen a person's ego shrink like in front of you, like just yeah.
No, you know what it was. You know what it was. It was probably like in the house. He probably thought that shit was cute, and never thought that she would do it out in public. And then when she did that shit in public, that was it.
Yeah, that was the end all be all. That was the end all be all because I look. And think about it. Because you've been on a different wavelength. You said for the new year, it's certain things you're bringing in, certain things you're not. You're not on 0 to 100 no more. What do you think? And honestly, is something that makes you go, like, what would be one of those? See, I'm not the person. You can say all the fucking shit you want to say about me. I really don't give a fuck. Just don't step in the personal space. Say all the shit you want. Because at the end of the day, you can say whatever you want. But I fight.
Like now, over the top, like just quick 0 to 100. I don't know. It's not that I won't do it. It's just that now I think I'd be just more controlled about it. Because I don't think anything would get me off my square like that anymore.
Yeah, because you're older, but that's what I'm saying. You're older now, and you have more of a tamed
but also personality. I don't put myself in situations where it might happen.
Exactly.
Situation entirely.
Exactly.
That's not me saying. See, but that's the thing. I when I say that, I'm also admitting that I haven't grown over it yet. Like I haven't grown beyond that 0 to 100 shit. I just don't put myself in situations where 0 to 100 is even a thought. Like the idea, for instance, me going to when we used to go to Evolution versus us going to the Mushla, like that's two different vibes for me. Like if we back when we was going to Evolutions, like it was always up. You know what I mean? Like it was you always.
We were hated, though. We were hated, so we had to be on a. We walked in there.
If I go, I sent y'all the joint for the dancers reunion. If I go to that, you know what I mean? I'm gonna probably be on one because I know niggas still don't like me. Like ain't nothing changed. So yeah, I get it.
We just got older, and now y'all are just.
Yeah, we just got older, and now y'all just look a lot worse than I do. Like that's it.
And God forbid we go in there and people start, they still the same way.
Yeah, like now it's gonna be up. Like now it's gonna
for
be
no reason. Like we.
So I just don't put myself in those situations no more. But I think something that probably would get me off there is something dealing with my kids. Anything dealing with my kids, I'm snapped.
I can understand that. I can understand that.
Dealing with my kids, I'm snapped. So that's probably gonna be the one.
To me, I feel like that's the only thing that should get you off of a square like that. Like at this point, like your kids, your wife, whatever. That's the only thing that should really get you off of something. But like other than that, like, but still me, I'm
No,
still
my
the
wife,
same way. Like,
my wife can fight. Like I ain't got to worry about her too tough. Now,
yeah, fact.
if a man steps up, then that's different. But my wife can fight. She be alright.
She downstairs like, hell yeah, I can. Like,
Like that's it.
see, that's why I like and segueing back into it. I don't understand where this is going to, because now what's the outcome? Because all I'm laughing at is now 50 is just gonna troll all of this.
50 went in. 50 started his shit today. Mace said something today. So yeah, I mean, it's I don't see, but the thing is, I don't think this is gonna go past words. Like what we might get out of this is a celebrity boxing match.
Who really gonna get in the ring for real? Because I don't really think, honestly, don't let paid in full fool you. I don't think
You
Cam
don't
can
think
fight.
Cam can fight?
No. I'm just being honest. I don't think Cam can fight.
No, see,
I
but the
know
thing is,
Mace-
I think Jim can. I think if in a boxing match, they would have to train for that. So like, I think that if I look at training and just between the two of them, no, I think Jim would win the fight after training.
that's what I think too. I feel like Jim is more in a one-on-one. He can get with you, and I think that Mace is soft and in a way a little bit slow. We know Mace is a little slow. Y'all can say what y'all want. Fuck out of here. Mace is slow.
Yeah, Mace with the
And
pop
if you,
that was it. That's the greatest meme ever. That's gonna be my meme from here on in.
so, but what do you think now? I wonder what Juelz is going to say about all this, because Juelz is the first one that Juelz will go and make a track about it.
He's not gonna say a word. What you mean? He's still cool with both of them. So ain't nothing for him to say.
So you don't think it's going past words at all?
I don't.
So what do you think? Now you know niggas is known for riding up and pulling up on your podcast. Disclaimer: we are in two different spots. But if you ever pull up to this here, please, I hope the best for you. I just hope the best for you on either account, whether it's or
I'm not even speaking that into existence at all.
But it just sounds, because to me it sounds a lot of, because I watch a lot of these podcasts where these guys come and like, come on, Birdman showed up with 80 niggas to the fucking Breakfast Club, and
yeah, but that's a radio station, like they there 24/7.
Yeah, so I mean, but they met Charlemagne outside a few times. Other people, he was walking into the building, and guys was like, "What you say about Kim, nigga?" Hold that.
I blame that on security, but yeah.
But he didn't have walk-in security, and that's before he, got the facelift and everything. He was still.
Listen, in my mind, I look at it like this: if they roll up to the podcast, then they get whatever they deserve.
They who? You talking about Jim, or you talking about Cam and Mace?
Whoever do the rolling gets whatever they deserve.
Oh, facts.
Because if you roll up on a nigga, you go into their home turf, you deserve
the ass whipping.
Yeah, you deserve that. Like, that's on you. Like, because my thing is, if I roll up on a nigga to his crib or wherever he at, if I roll up, I'm coming here with the mindset of there is no losses, burn the boats, because I'm walking home. Like, what you mean? Like, is that serious for me if I'm rolling up to a nigga? Like, and I think they are older than me, so the idea of them rolling up to a nigga, I would hope that that's their mentality too.
Well, you got to think too that Jim is still cool with like Shotty, and Shotty still got a lot of rollout in these streets.
Yeah, but Cam got like genuine love in New York. Like, that's the other side of it. Cam and Mace got genuine love where they at. So, like, you're gonna be hard pressed to find somebody that's willing to do it, that's willing to crack shot. Now,
Yeah.
I'll say this. These 20 to 30-year-old crash outs, they don't even know who the fuck Cam might be or Mace.
What is
So
a Cam? What is a
like
Cam?
like that might be the pushover thing, but like I just let's just put it this way. I hope not. With all of my heart that it goes beyond words.
I thought a long time ago this shit could have been split, like probably talked about. They could have been had this conversation.
Yeah.
I feel like because there was so many talks at one point of Dipset reunions and blah 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 blah, but they never said what was the reason that it did not happen. And that was one of the questions that the dude on the podcast asked. And every time that question gets asked, Jim deflects it. Cam deflects it. Joel he walks off. Like, I've seen him walk off. Like, somebody like, what about a Dipset? He going about his business. So, we need to know what exactly, from this point, where do y'all stand? Because it's now the song is being.
I need to know what started the beef initially. Like, why did Cam say "fuck y'all" in the first place?
Yeah, but it was a whole thing about Cam was coming at. So the reason that supposedly all that happened was because Cam was coming at Koch, which was the independent label that Jim was making all his money with.
Yeah,
and was like, well, you got mad because
I had Jimmy and they had Fat Joe and they had somebody else. I forgot.
And he was like, you fucking up my ends because you mad and talking all this shit. And that's where a lot of that shit started, that beef at. So do you think that, I'm just saying, like, at this point, I feel like what Meek said, because the niggas is cooked. All these niggas is cooked, bro. Like, all of them. There's nothing that's showing anything that, like, right now, we're not searching for a Dipset album. We're not searching for a Jimmy album. We're not searching for a Cameron Mace album.
No.
So if y'all are just doing this, doing this for publicity purposes, to me, this shit looks stupid. It looks stupid.
There had to be a better way. Yes, I agree.
Because, like, what is it for? There has to be, what is it for? That's the end all be all. What is it for? And if y'all can tell me what it's for, by all means, I'm like, all right, well, okay, there was a reason behind it, but I don't see it. So I guess we'll see in the days to come, because the freestyle went out. We all know some of them will put music out, and depending upon how hard your music is, because I don't think nothing is real that important that Jim Price said in this track. Whereas I feel if Cam say something, it'll be a lot. So I don't. And Cam ain't been in the studio in God knows how long. So
we're in the studio every week recording that fucking podcast.
No, but I mean, as far as rapping or saying something to someone, like Cam don't give a fuck. He's like, I'm making my money doing this podcast. What do I really give a fuck about? You know what I'm saying? Does it make sense for me?
Didn't he drop a freestyle or a track or something on the podcast not too long ago, like a month or two ago?
He did a freestyle, I think.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was nothing like, but I'm saying.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not a Cam fan. So
I was till he started talking about.
I blame him for all the shit that the South is. All the shit that the South is, mumble rap, niggas not talking about shit, fucking nursery rhymes, all that shit, I blame Cam.
I don't know if I can fully go there.
Not mumble rap, because you could always understand him. But you understood that he was saying bullshit in nursery rhymes. Like, my favorite song by Cam, he doesn't say anything. Like, literally, he just rhymes a bunch of words together.
Which song? Because please don't tell me. My favorite song is always going to be, most of my favorite songs from Cam was on Confessions of Fire. But
yes.
And when I'm talking about one of my favorites was Killer Cam. And I feel like he got busy.
That's one of the few. Killer Cam is my shit, but that's not my favorite. My favorite from that joint was the club hit. I can't remember the name of it. But that club hit he had.
But I feel like nursery rhymes, like, as far as Meek was asking, like nursery rhymes, like Nicki, no. I feel like nursery rhymes, like Cam was saying this shit that was supposed to mean two different things and it didn't make sense. Like, I keep the computers puting and the shooters shooting and the pewter. That shit started me like, yo, what the fuck? hickory dickory, moving up sick of me. Like, what are you talking about, nigga?
Yes.
Like, and it got to that point, I did not like it. I understand, but I don't know if that created a culture of people doing that. Because then, if that's the case, what do you explain? How do you explain what she's asking? How do you explain Nikki then? Because Nikki, that whole what do you call it?
Nikki wasn't inspired by or motivated by Cam. The system was inspired by and motivated by Cam. And so the system that created Nikki, that's what that is. Because if you go to early Nikki, like before she got signed, Nikki, she was
Fire.
fucking hot.
Fire.
Like what's her name? Like Young M.A. There would be no Young M.A. if Nikki stayed Nikki. So that shit became a thing after. Like I wouldn't say Cam inspired Nikki directly, but he definitely inspired the system that pushed her that direction. Okay, drop the beat, have the beat be fire, and have her, and she got a voice. She does the voice inflection, voice changing shit. Yo, that's gonna be a hook, and that shit worked. I ain't mad at it at all.
Okay, I can tell you what you're saying from that. I feel that. Because I didn't like the whole Young Money flow. Everybody just, it's going down basement. Like, I didn't like none of that shit. Like, I didn't like none of that shit.
It almost, and the funny thing is, if somebody would have taken like some of those styles and used them as like in a battle rap, like that enunciation that you hearing what I'm saying, but did it more aggressively, that shit would have went in a battle rap, to me at least. But it went public. It went obviously because she went fucking quadruple diamond or some dumb shit. So the idea that it didn't sell wouldn't even go there. But I'm not the, you know what I mean? I'm not the bar.
Yeah, but then Nikki was writing her own shit too. So we got to go on that note.
Yeah, but her writing her own shit and her actually still applying that on a track is two different things. Very true. She could write her own shit. But if she's writing her own shit and dumbing herself down, then...
But a lot of them did that shit. How many people you know that did? Nori, I love Nori to death. When Nori was rapping regular, CNN hard ass shit, Nori was Nori. When Nori went on his own and started doing his, Adventures of Melvin Flint and all that shit, Nori literally got on the radio and said, "I make music for retarded niggas." Yeah, he said it out loud. That's what he said. I'll never forget that. I pulled over. I was on my way to class. I pulled over so I could hear what the fuck he was talking about on 97. I said, that nigga just said what I thought he said. He said, "I make music for retarded niggas." I said, well, I guess. And let's not front. Nori was a thing for a few years straight. All that, whoa, no, all that shit he was doing his thing for a few years straight, and then told
what that sounds like to me is that there's a possibility that Capone was writing his shit because he went on his own after Capone got locked up.
Yeah.
So
very true.
I hear you, and that's true. But then I think back to Freeway, and I think about the Stimulus Pack 1, where he kind of copied everybody else's flows, like per track. And he even said it. This shit feels like nursery rhymes.
But we're gonna talk about. Let's not talk about stealing the styles because that might have to be the next show.
No. I'm not. He didn't look at. I don't look at that as stealing styles. He was just doing it like how Pusha T did the Mace joint. Like, it's the same thing. Whereas though, like, yo, you got a particular flow. In order to pay you homage, I'm gonna take the flow and just adapt it to my style, and that's what he did. But the whole joint is like that, and literally it sounds like nursery rhymes. Eminem did it. Marshall Mathers did it. Whereas though he did a couple tracks where they sounded like fucking nursery rhymes. He did it on the not Rehabilitation. What the fuck is the name of that album?
Relapse.
He did it on Relapse. because that's where Freeway got the idea from, because he did the Freelapse he did the Freelapse mixtape right after that.
Yeah.
And to paying an homage to him. But no, man, these niggas, I blame Cam. Cam started. Like shit got real technical with rhyming. Early 90s, mid 90s, early 2000s. It was real technical. Cam was the only motherfucker that had any type of success that wasn't a technical rhymer. Like he wasn't a lyricist. He's the only one in that period of time that was not a lyricist.
But that
and
was
then
selling.
Like you look at, huh?
But he was selling.
But he was selling. So it was obviously a market for it. So the idea was, cool, we're gonna do this. And I look at it like this: if on some real shit, if Mace taught Jimmy how to fucking rap and how to really put together rhyme schemes and shit, we don't give Mace enough credit for being Mace.
Well, nobody ever did, because Murder Mace was Murder Mace, and we always.
Because I'm like, hold up, wait, you was like 30 when you learned this shit, nigga? Like,
but then Javon just said Slim Shady's song is definitely a nursery rhyme.
Oh yeah,
it may have been a nursery rhyme, but it
still was a very
boring in that. Yeah, because if you think about the Hi Kids, do you like violence? Do you want to see me throw in 9-inch nails through each one of my eyelids? He was still giving you
still a technical rhyme scheme, like
alliteration schemes, all of that. It was still shit that was in that. Even if you hi, my name is hi, but it was still what it was inside of the bars. So I don't know, and we can't even go with M, because M will take every one of y'all styles and flip that shit. Every one of them, regardless, and put lyrics and bars and shit into it that you be like, but then when I like, even with, but to see, that would have to be a whole nother show that we got to get into, because that bars and shit, we got to go all into that, because that shit that I sent you that Kendrick did, when he took all those song titles and made a whole verse out of song titles that nobody paid attention to, and I was like, this motherfucker is a genius. Like, so I think the technical.
They didn't give him the Pulitzer. He earned the Pulitzer.
Because now technical rap is starting to be a thing again because of people like Coast Contra and Kendrick and Jay and Cole, and they're bringing that whole back into what it is.
I just can't wait for Lupe. That's all. Lupe come back, then I'll be ready.
Listen, the
that's
cool
when I'll say,
will always be
that's
the
when
cool.
I'll say the lyrics took over. The lyrics is coming back. Like, that's when I'll say when Lupe comes back on a continuous basis. Then
he's teaching class. Teaching class.
I say hopefully some of his students will inspire him to do some work.
Yeah, I ain't mad with it at all. So I do want to, before we, since we get towards the end, we had our question up top, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, Meek did answer.
Meek answered, and I think YOLO answered too. She said she just put a plain no.
So put the question up there, and it said to y'all, should hall passes still be a thing? And what do you think, sir, from your end, from your perspective?
Should hall passes be a thing? No. No. Nigga, just be honest. Tell your partner what it is. That's all. Just tell your partner what it is. Just say, hey, listen. You don't gotta say it like this. Find your own way, put your own style on it. But
he's giving y'all a disclaimer, so you know. He said, y'all will not get fucked up on my account. I said, Bass said that I should tell you like this, because if you do it this way, it might work out for you. No. So he's giving you the disclaimer, don't do this shit here.
Like, we don't just walk up to him and say, yo, I want to fuck this other person. Yeah, I mean, but it's got to be a way that y'all can, like, manage that respectfully. Now, I will say this, it'll be harder the longer you've been together and the more shit that y'all probably put up with over the time that y'all been together. It'll probably be really hard. Like, don't say it to your chick and you just cheated, you just got caught cheating 3 weeks ago. Like, if you trying to make that work, now ain't the time to talk about opening up the relationship in that dynamic. Like that's not the time. Like you gotta wait. You know what I mean? Build up your trust. You know what I mean? All that. Get that all back before. You know what I mean? But that's just my opinion. What you think?
When I think of hall pass, I always think when they say the hall pass for like celebrities. Like if you ever had that chance to deal with a celebrity.
Yeah, but see, I don't know if I get that idea, but I don't think I want to call that a hall pass.
What do you feel you want to call that? Celebrity pass? The fuck?
Yeah, that's a celebrity pass. We gotta like that's a different thing. Like that's not like in my mind, a celebrity. Because most people that think about like hall passes and shit like that, the first place they mind go is competition. I'm not competing with no other bitch. Or every woman says it. I'm not competing with no other bitch, right? And it's like, yo, it's not about competition. And if you look at the celebrity situation, there is no competition. It's literally a no contest. So if that's the case, or not even just celebrity crush, like any like crush like that, like I would kind of put into that bucket. Like but maybe because I'm just not the person that has a lot of crushes. Like I don't be like that's just not who I've been. So, but I look at that, they're all the same to me. Like that's one of those things where like, yo, if you could ever get this shit off, you probably gonna get this shit off. Like I would probably tell her ahead of time, like, yo, you got my consent because I don't even want you to think about me. I want you to enjoy it. So
yeah, I remember a nice trip we took a long time ago. And we were in a place with a lot of celebrity women that invited us into a VIP. And some of us was about to lose our life over Gabrielle Union. They was like
niggas was about to lose their life. And you say Gabrielle Union, and don't forget it was Tisha Campbell and
Tisha Campbell was there.
What's her name? Pam. Now I would have lost my life over Pam. Hands down, I'd have lost my life over Pam.
All of them, please, so y'all understand this, were dressed to the T's and the ones that night.
Yeah.
And
I don't like it's nothing.
And everybody was vibing with us. And the thing was about that, and the thing about it was when we got invited into that their little VIP section, we didn't even realize that they was like, yo, come over here until
I didn't realize that we were even like that it was them until we got there. Like y'all got into the section. Y'all saw them walk past us. I didn't see them walk past us. So when we got there, and I'm like, oh shit, like this what we doing? All right, cool. But it was more of a they saw us out dancing. You know, if we go somewhere that we don't know the people, we gonna act a fool anyway, just because it's what whether we know them or not. Because that's
just So when we was out there doing what we was doing, they like, well, who are y'all and why are people watching y'all type of thing. So they was like, yeah, come on over here. And we was like, us? They're like, yeah, well, all right, well, fuck that. We go over here. And so imagine we sitting in a VIP, Gabrielle Union's here, Tashina Arnold's over here, Tisha Campbell's over here, all their friends who are around them are like, so it was like.
And it's all bad bitches.
For no reason.
Except for Teach, but all the rest of them bad as hell.
Why you hate on Teach, man? I'm afraid,
I've never liked her. Like everybody thought she was pretty. I never thought she was pretty. It's like I was watching this show. It's called At Your Age. It's on Netflix, I think. It's her.
I know what you're talking about.
It's a bunch of them, right? Not older, but the women, you know what I mean, from back in the day that are all actors, actresses and shit. They get a house together or whatever. So they even on that, I tried to watch that show. I liked the show. You know, I couldn't finish season 1. They started giving her more airtime, and I was like, I can't do it. I'm sorry. I tried. I got to like episode 5, and it was like, why?
Well, I guess
I haven't liked her since like school days. Like she was school days. I didn't like her then. So
I'd say she looked a little weird to me in school days. A little weird.
She looks the same. She looks weird in general. She has a weird face. She fits that Cat Williams thing. So like if she was ever to date a comedian, I would be like, yeah, that's his prize. He about to blow up. He got his weird face, light skin shit.
Weird face, light skin chick. Not the weird face, light skin chick.
Weird face, light skin chick. What you mean?
I ain't gonna lie, cause my mom
I
the other
know.
day I was with my mother. Shout out to her, and shout out her birthday was
That's how I
yesterday.
know
Shout out
Kurt
to
ain't gonna never blow up because he don't like light skinned chicks like that.
my mom was like, she was looking at Pam, and she was like, Pam, that girl a brick shit house still. I'm like,
Nigga.
like
I watched The Neighborhood just for her. Like,
Pam is definitely still Pam. Like, it ain't no difference in it. Ain't no.
yeah.
I said my mom is giving giving that solidification real quick. Like, yeah, yeah. I was like, okay, mom, I see you still looking at Pam. She's like, hell yeah, Pam, bad at motherfucker. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah,
Shout out to
mom.
Mom.
Like,
Happy belated birthday.
yeah, she got a little bit older yesterday, so shout out to her. Yeah, yo. So I get it. I understand. I mean, I think the hall passes. I think it's a thing of the past. I don't think it's nothing. Like you said, at this point, just be honest. Like, this is what I'm gonna do. Are you okay with it? No. Well, shit. I'm probably gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, that's it. Like, we'll deal with the repercussions after. Like, we'll talk about it later. Like,
Now we'll talk about it later. Like, yeah, discussions later. I did it. How was it?
yeah.
I don't know. Pam
No,
was
like,
always
and
better
I'm
with
not
me.
saying like how was it type shit. I'm just saying like if we gonna break up about it, we can talk about it. Like, we should talk about it after. Like, we can have the discussion of whether or not we're gonna break up. Like, because that's the thing. Like, most of the time, when you break up with somebody for cheating, it's normally because you think it'll happen again. Like, other than that, it's like people make mistakes. Like, people fuck up regularly. Like, I know I fuck up. I make mistakes. So I don't hold anybody to a standard above that. Like, I hold them at a standard of people fuck up. So, and I try not to make this like permanent decisions when I'm in an emotional state. So I know that like if I got cheated on, I would be upset. So like, and this is something that we were talking about earlier too. People don't always do what they say they'll do in a particular situation. Anybody that knows me, that has known me for whatever amount of time, knows one thing about me. Well, they should know one thing about me. And that is, not only am I a man of my word, if I say this is going to be my response in a particular situation, that is going to be my response in that situation. Now, that'll be my response publicly. Now, privately, I might have a whole different response. I might be like, yo, no, fuck that, blah, blah. Like, I say it publicly all the time. Listen, I'll never tell you that I'll break up with a woman for cheating on me. I will say this, though. I'll break up with a woman for the deception around cheating on me. I'll break up with a woman for cheating on me for a nigga that I feel like is below her standards, because then I can't trust your decision-making power. Like, it's certain things that go along with it. I'm not breaking up with you because you cheated. I'm breaking up with you because of your decision-making. Like, if I can't trust your decision-making and forethought, then why are you here? Like, I don't need you around me because you're not helping me. You're not helping me see further. The whole point of having a second person with me is to have their eyes see things that I can't. And if you can't see the things that I can't see, what's the reasoning behind it?
Because at this point, Bass is now looking at the rice that you make and saying, I don't think this was made correctly at this
No,
point.
but see, that's the problem. If I look at the rice from day one, and the rice was crunchy on day one, then I already knew that her decision making wasn't the greatest. I already knew that she gets anxiety around, leaving things on the burner too long. Like, I know that already. So I know that she's either gonna overthink or underthink some shit going in. See, that's why the rice is so important. That's why. Because the rice will tell you if she makes good decisions under pressure or not.
So Bass is letting you know, if you can't make rice or grits, just don't fucking talk to him.
Yo, and I don't even eat grits like that, yo. Shout out to my wife. She made some grits the other day because I made some fish. We had fish and grits for dinner. She made some grits the other day. Yo, that shit.
Nigga, I made some grits the other day too, son.
That shit was bomb. Nigga, that shit was bomb.
And, yo, anybody put sugar in your grits, yo, punch him in the face, son. Word up. I'm just saying, son. Like, that's violating. Like, that's violating that nigga, yo. You put sugar in fucking grits, that's a violation. Like, at that point, I'm questioning your decisions. I'm questioning your decisions on that. You put a Miracle Whip on anything. I'll be like, nope, your life is fucked up. Something's
You
wrong.
know, see, and that's why you don't like chicks from Jersey, because they use Miracle Whip like they should tell me.
And I will tell them in a heartbeat, if you put Miracle Whip in potato salad, you're not invited. You're not invited.
Yeah,
There's nothing you
because
can
my
tell me
thing with
about
rice is this. My issue with rice, you know, they sell frozen jasmine rice now, or like refrigerated jasmine rice that's already been cooked. All you gotta do is throw it in the microwave. Bitch, I didn't know that. So, because I don't know how the rice was made, if you don't even try to deceive me, then no, it's up. No. No, it's up.
Okay, but that's how I feel. Yo, see, and people used to always get mad at me, like, why you get so mad when people using Miracle Whip? Nigga.
Have you ever tasted it? That's why.
It's sugar mayonnaise. It's sugar mayonnaise, bro. What the fuck? Who hurt you, my nigga? Sugar mayonnaise? You didn't think of shit out. You making potato salad. You thought sugar was supposed to be in the motherfucker?
No, they putting sugar in grits. They trying to make cream of wheat for real.
You want farina, nigga? Go make farina, nigga. Fuck out of here. Who had me no fucking grits with no fucking fish and I go taste sugar in it? I promise you. You want to see a nigga flip a table? That'll be it right there, nigga. That'll be it right there. Did you use sugar in it? Whole table, just everything, food and all. Fuck you. Fuck you. Something's wrong.
The worst part is that I know chicks from Jersey that can really throw down in the kitchen. They use Miracle Whip, so I just won't eat anything that might have Miracle Whip in it. Like, oh, that's potato salad? Yeah, I'm not eating that. Macaroni salad? Not eating that. Like, sandwich? Not eating that.
Could you, let me, here it goes. Y'all say what y'all want. Here we go. Whatever. If I just finished fucking you, and you say,
you sandwich with Miracle Whip.
Sandwich with Miracle Whip. The pants is on, son. The bag is packed. I already pressed remote start on the remote start that I don't have. Think about, how did your car start already? My car knows that you put Miracle Whip on my sandwich. It's just, my Xterra.
Me and my we have an energetic connection.
Yo, my shit will start. They'll be like, you don't have a remote start. And my Xterra be outside with the wheel doing like this and shit. Just come on, sir. Just come on. Miracle Whip, get her the fuck out of here. What the fuck are we doing? What do you mean? Make me a sandwich of Miracle Whip and I just gave you the great dick? Fuck you. No. Fuck that.
Like,
fuck
bitch,
you.
I'm sitting over here. I'm sweating. I'm out of breath. Bitch, you hand me a sandwich with Miracle Whip.
Like, who taught you? Who hurt you in this? Somebody hurt you. Something went wrong somewhere in the. No, fuck. Like, no. So yeah, the decision making. Yeah, at that point, you have to start questioning things. Very much so. So
Yes, I agree.
So yeah. So I'm cool on ending there.
Nah. So speaking of decision making, I have to play this video, bro.
Oh please.
Yeah, I just gotta play this video. So the Senate chambers is getting wild, like just overall wild at this point in time. They don't give a fuck about nothing. And was it earlier today or sometime this week? Yeah, it was probably yesterday or today. They was going at it in the Senate. So I'm gonna just play this real quick. And we can end it there.
Coffers really are struggling right now. So she gonna keep saying trans so that people will feel threatened. And child, listen, I want y'all to
I am
tell
no
me
child.
whether or
Do
not
call me a child. I am no child.
I want
Don't
to
even
find
start.
out
I am a grown
which
woman.
of those
I'm 47 years
emails
old. I have broken
actually
more
have.
glass ceilings than you
Chairman,
ever
I
will.
am reclaiming my
Let's go.
time.
You will not do that. I
Order.
am not a
Chairman,
child.
I am
not a
reclaiming
child.
my time.
If you want to take it outside,
Mr.
we can
Chairman,
do
the
that.
committee is not
Okay.
in order.
All right. Order.
Point of order. Point of order.
Yes, she said if you want to take it outside, we can take it outside. Ma'am, bad decision. Like, hey,
I think she's handing out Miracle Whip sandwiches.
Yeah, I know she is. I know she is.
And could you please put up Janae's comment? Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Great dick deserves better than Miracle Whip. Got it. That's the takeaway.
So bad. Apparently, we know we're doing things well because I ain't never got a
I
miracle.
ain't never had a Miracle Whip sandwich. Like that's it. Like I ain't never had a Miracle Whip sandwich. That's
Never. Never ever.
That's it.
Never ever. But Shorty should have chilled. Like they wildin'. She said she looks like a miracle. I'm dead. I'm dead. I ain't gonna hold you. She did look like Jack Skellington, though. We ain't even gonna hold you. Like that bitch look like the
It's
night
funny
before.
because she looks like the actress chick to me. I can't remember her name, and I'll find it later and I'll send it in the group or something. But she looks like it's an actress that looks just like that white girl. But so it's only seven prototypical white people. So it's like 7 men and 7 women. So the idea that she looks like her, that's not far fetched. But
I mean, if they had let you take that outside, man,
she's a dog walker.
what do you really think that outcome would have been?
Listen,
Do you know that black girl has a lot pinned up in her from the times that y'all keep fucking with her and everything else? And you think that she wasn't going to take all that ass whooping out on you?
No, when Trump is in office, I'm just letting you know, it's up. They probably it's gonna be some fights in chamber.
Trump gonna be on the top like Babs from Making the Band. Let him fight. Let him fight. And wait, Babs. And after they're done, spray them with my Trump because they'll smell great and everything will be. It won't smell like cocoa butter and other things. It'll smell fresh with a lemon scent and Miracle Whip. Oh man.
Good night.
We love y'all. Check out the chats.
y'all.
Make sure y'all come in. See y'all next week. Enjoy y'all weekends. If y'all have any questions that y'all want to ask on here, make sure that y'all put them through so we can put them up and make sure that we talk about them and have them discussions. Y'all know what we do. And yeah, other than that, have a good one.
That's it. All right, y'all. Prayers for LA. Prayers for y'all.